Hello there, my name is Bisi Akande and I'm your friend. I want to thank you for attending the Success to Significance training. I was just doing a review of it and I really want to say that you did a very fantastic job. It was a great meeting and you made it possible. Thank you for also taking the time to watch this video. In my hands are the cards that we distributed to us. You remember those cards to talk about our styles, the D's, the I's, the S, and the C's. And the whole essence of that session was actually to bring us to a conscious awareness of who we are. You remember the numbers game that we played? How that being consciously aware of where those marks are changed the result. You know, some people are aware unconsciously, and because of that, they slow down their progress. But when you are consciously aware, you enhance the rate at which you are able to make progress. The whole essence is awareness. Before I just look at this a little bit, let me talk about the 7 levels of awareness. The first level of awareness is the animal level of awareness. I'm sure if you remember, I sent you some email. In that email, we have some of those things in a little bit of more detail. The animal level of awareness has a language, and that language is, look what you made me do. It's always shifting the blame to someone else. Then there's a second level of awareness, and that level of awareness is the mass level of awareness. At the mass level of awareness, what happens is like it's just like a sheep, you know, you're meh. You just go with the crowd, you just flow with the crowd, so you do what everyone does. And in Nigeria, we are very used to that. When somebody sells something and does well, everybody just follows. When somebody comes with a vision, everybody gets the vision and it just goes on and on. But that's not where you want to remain. And the third level of awareness is the aspiration level of awareness. At this level, you begin to aspire to do more, and that's good. But if you stop there, you will go right back, not to the second level, but to the first level, because that's the challenge with awareness. If you don't take it up further, you come back to where you began. The fourth level of awareness is the individual level of awareness. And at the individual level of awareness, that's when real growth begins to happen. That's when you are not just aspiring, you are taking some steps to ensure that your aspiration becomes reality. Then there is the fifth level of awareness, and that's the level of discipline. Now, discipline is what carries you on. Discipline is giving yourself permission to do what you proposed to do. Discipline is getting yourself going. See, when you miss out on discipline, then everything fails. Again, I'd like to remind you, if you leave the level of discipline and you don't take it up, you're going to come right back down to the animal level. Not the fourth level, but right back down. But you've got to take it up. The discipline level is when you are able to act without any attachment to the outcome. Then the next level is the level of experience. The reward of discipline is experience. Here is where you get the lessons that are never taught. At the level of experience, you now know exactly what to do. In fact, it's like you just go. For example, if you're at the level of experience, if something goes wrong, because you already know what to do, you just dive into it and you just do it. And then the final level, the level of mastery. That's the level where you should actually be operating. At the level of mastery, you have become a master. You know exactly how to do, and that is the reward of experience. Now let me just touch a little bit on the D's, the I's, the S's, and the C's. You know, we talked about the strength of the D's, and if you remember, the D's are the dominant. The D's are those who are direct. The D's are those who just want to jump on it and give command. They just want to take charge. And it's a very good one. I told you then that 3% of the world's population, or 3% of any group, are actually D's. And the D's have some very good strengths. What motivates them is challenge and control. But they have some weaknesses also, and their weakness is that they are impatient and they can be very argumentative. If you're a D, there are certain things you need to work on so that you can grow. And that is, you need to learn how to motivate people to take action. You need to learn how to help people to be decisive, be more decisive. When you're a D and you're working with a D, please understand the boundaries. Don't go beyond the boundary, because a D is afraid of being taken advantage of. So don't take advantage of them. If you're working with an I, please learn to remember this very clearly, that you must negotiate commitments and growth. Be flexible. Create times for social. If you are an S, don't be, I mean, if they're an S and you're a D, don't be confrontational, because S's don't like confrontation. Create an environment that is more friendly. And if you are dealing with a C, please provide facts, provide details. If a C asks you a question, don't feel that they are challenging your authority. Remember is that they are trying to get more details so that they can do a better job. What about the eyes? The eyes are the people problem. If you remember the elevator experience that we shared, how that they are always eager, waiting for the elevator to open so that they can jump into the place and be able to see who's on the other side of the elevator. That's the eye. They are friendly people and they like to talk a lot. They are adaptable and they are very optimistic, and in fact they are like the life of the party. They are motivated by recognition. So if you work with them, learn to recognize their work. Give them approval. Their challenge of the eye, is that they are difficult with follow through and they are inattentive when it comes to detail. If you are an eye, there are certain blind spots you need to correct. Listen more. Focus on deadlines and ensure that you get the result done. If you're an I and you're working with a D, be direct. You can't afford to ramble around. Just be direct. Tell them what they need to know and let it be. Let the issues be dealt with straightforward. If you're an I and you're working with an I, remember that because both of you are people and you like to play, you might have challenge with results. So make sure that you are focused on the result. Listen and follow up on the details of what you have discussed. If you are dealing with an S and you're an I, this is what you got to do. Slow down your pace. Don't be in a hurry, they don't like it. So slow down your pace. Respect the strength of the S, respect the organization, and make sure that the system is given the right place in the organization. Now, if you're a C, if there is C and you are an I and you're working with a C, don't be overly chatty. Don't talk too much. They don't like too much words. Make sure that you give them their space. Don't push them too much. Expect questions and always give them the answer that they require. Let's talk about people like us, the S's. I told you that the S's are 69%, so they are much anywhere. You need people like that because they are loyal, they are reliable, they are very systematic, they are good listeners, they are mediators. They are usually motivated by security and a feeling of being appreciated. So when you work with an S, learn to appreciate whatever it is that they contribute to the organization. If you're an S, remember your weak spots: lack of self-motivation and resistance to change. So what you need to correct, the areas in which you need to grow as an S, is to learn to accept change, balance the needs of others with your own needs. Don't be so nice to people that you forget to be nice to yourself. My mentor, Paul Martinelli, calls it self-kindness. Learn to be kind to yourself, not just to other people. If you're an S and you're dealing with a D, be more assertive. Learn to be assertive. Put yourself up front. Be more assertive and make sure that you are saying exactly what you want them to know. But remember that you must deliver results because they like results. If you are dealing with an I, be friendly, compliment their effort, recognize their accomplishment, and make sure that you share their excitement. Remember, they are people, so they want to be happy. If you are dealing with an S, please express appreciation. Create a friendly environment and collaborate on planning, systems, and the technology so that you can create efficiencies. For the C's, what you need to do when you are dealing with a C as an S is that you must always enter through the door of logic. They want details, so you've got to give them the details that they need. Always do your homework and bring in the facts. Make sure that before the decision is taken, you have looked at all that needs to be looked at because they like to analyze things a lot. Now let's get to our remaining 17% because the I's make up 11%. The C's make up the 17%. And remember the elevator experience again, those people who are wishing nobody is in the elevator when they are going there, and they are always looking at the details and the critical natures of things, like that video, always more hard on themselves than others. Those are the C's. The C's, the C's in that elevator experience that we shared are those who they don't want to come into the elevator. They are hoping that nobody has them because they are passive, though they are task oriented. They just want to go in and do their stuff. The C's are the analytical problem solvers. They are organized, they are scheduled, they are creative, and they are quality focused. They pursue perfection. Sometimes they do it even too much to their own detriment. C's are motivated by excellence and value. They are compliant kind of people. They comply with the rules. C's, you need to understand that you have some very good points, but your weaknesses may be that you overanalyze information sometimes, and that leads to paralysis, not allowing you to get to do things. As a C, you need to correct your blind spot, and that is you've got to focus on excellence, not on perfection. You might not get it right all the time, but excellence means that you are improving on a regular basis. As a C, your key strengths are creativity and your ability to create logical orders. If you're a C and you're dealing with a D, be direct and be brief. You cannot ramble with a D. Focus on results because that's what they want. If you're an I, what do? Be friendly. I mean, if you're a C and you're dealing with an I, be friendly, be complimentary, interactive, talk about something that is personal. When dealing with an S, because the S's are people-oriented, focus on friendship first and then task second. Express appreciation for what they do. And if you are dealing with a C like yourself, enjoy trading facts and gathering additional information. Make sure that when you're dealing with a C like yourself, the arguments are valid. Let the facts be the facts. Let the facts be straight. Thank you for listening and watching this video. I hope that it added some value to you because that's why I'm here, that's what I want to do, and I want to thank you very much. I wouldn't mind if you send me an email, say a word here and there. It'd be good. I'd like that, but more importantly, I'd like you to connect with us a little bit more. Let's meet on my website, www.realbcakonde. That is real, R-E-A-L, bcakonde.com. And on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I bear the same name, Real Bisi Akande. And then let me also invite you to the leadership community, where we're growing a community of leaders and aspiring leaders, changing the narrative and bridging the leadership gap in our nation and our community. Thank you once again for listening. Until I come your way again next time, have a wonderful day.